Ethan, a 14-year-old boy from a quiet mountain town where the air smells of pine and the rivers sing as they rush through rocky valleys. From the outside, he's just another kid, quiet, thoughtful, more comfortable with a sketchbook in hand than a phone. While his classmates chase trends and city dreams, Ethan spends his afternoons hiking trails, watching eagles soar above cliffs, and sketching the way sunlight breaks across the mountains. He is, by all accounts, ordinary. But appearances can be deceiving. One evening, while exploring a trail few dared to follow, Ethan stumbled upon a cavern hidden behind a curtain of moss and stone. Inside, the air shimmered with an energy he couldn't explain. Strange symbols glowed faintly on the walls, ancient runes etched deep into the rock. Drawn by a force he couldn't resist, Ethan reached out. The moment his fingertips brushed the carvings, the cavern trembled, the ground split, and power surged through his body. That night, Ethan was no longer just a boy. He had become something else: Stoneheart, guardian of the mountains. With the runes bound to him, Ethan discovered he could command the earth itself. Stones rose at his call. Cliffs bent to his will. His arms could harden like granite, and with a stomp, the ground would ripple like water. At first, it was terrifying. Every step felt heavier, every breath resonated with the echo of the mountains. But slowly, he learned control. Slowly, he realized why the power had chosen him. Because his town, his mountains, his world needed a protector. By night, Ethan becomes Stoneheart. When logging companies push too far, cutting deeper into sacred groves, Stoneheart rises from the forest to halt their machines. When landslides threaten to crush his town during heavy rains, Stoneheart stands in the rubble, holding the mountain steady. And when strange shadow creatures slither from cracks in the earth, whispering of forgotten evils, Stoneheart battles them with the strength of stone itself. The people never see his face, they only speak of a figure, wrapped in dust and rock, who appears when nature cries for help. But power always comes at a cost. Every battle drains him. Each time Ethan calls on the mountains, his energy fades faster than the sun behind the ridges. Some nights he collapses in his bed without even changing clothes, his arms aching like he's been carrying boulders. In class, he drifts off mid-listen, his teachers mistaking it for laziness. His friends notice the bruises, the dirt under his nails, the way he disappears without explanation. And at home, his dad, a miner hardened by years underground, grows frustrated. He can't understand why Ethan avoids talking about the cave, why his son refuses to follow in his footsteps. Ethan wants to explain, wants to share the truth, that the mountains are alive, that their heartbeat now echoes in his own. But how could he? Who would believe that a boy could carry the weight of stone in his chest? And so, Ethan carries not only power, but silence. The loneliness cuts deeper than any wound. Each secret mission means missing moments of normal life. He skips hanging out with his friends because he has to rebuild a broken trail after a quake. He ignores calls from his mom while he's battling shadow wolves in the forest. Every choice splits him further between the boy he was and the protector he has to be. Yet even through exhaustion, fear and doubt, Ethan rises. Because he knows what's at stake. Protecting the land isn't just about trees and rivers, it's about the people who call this place home. The families who breathe this air, the miners, the farmers, the children playing in the fields. Every stone he shields, every shadow he defeats, keeps them safe. And deep down, Ethan knows the runes didn't choose him by chance. They chose him because he sees the world differently, not as something to take from, but as something to care for. But danger grows with every passing night. The creatures from the forest are changing, growing stronger, more organized. Strange cracks appear in the mountainside, glowing with the same light as the runes in Ethan's cavern. Whispers speak of an ancient force called the Shattered One, a being imprisoned within the earth long ago, now stirring, breaking free. If it rises, the mountains won't just crumble, they will fall into chaos. Ethan feels the weight pressing harder. He's only 14. He's still figuring out algebra, still unsure about who he's becoming. How can he, a boy who sketches waterfalls in his notebook, stand against an ancient monster made of stone and rage? The answer doesn't come from power, it comes from heart. Ethan learns that being Stoneheart isn't about having unbreakable skin or lifting mountains. It's about resilience. It's about standing up even when the weight is unbearable. It's about knowing that courage isn't the absence of fire, it's choosing to protect others, despite it so. Ethan keeps walking his two paths. By day, a boy who hikes, sketches, and wrestles with homework. By night, a guardian who shakes the earth and holds back the dark. The lines blur, but in that blur, he finds himself. He is Ethan. He is Stoneheart. And as long as the mountains stand, so will he.